Good morning, everyone. Today we will do the experiment on separation of hysteresis and eddy current loss of a single phase transformer. So this is the single phase transformer of 1 kVA rating. Single phase means it consists of one terminal as a phase, another terminal as a neutral. Okay, so to separate the hysteresis and eddy current loss from the iron loss it is also called as the core loss of a transformer. A transformer consists of two types of losses. One is core loss, another one is copper loss. Okay, so in that core loss we have hysteresis as well as eddy current loss. So that is to be separated. Okay, so how we can separate means by applying variable frequency. So how you can vary the frequency? So f is equal to 120 Pn by 120. Okay, so the number of poles and number of poles is equal to P. N is called as the speed. If you vary the speed, so frequency is going to be varied. Okay, for that we require a DC shunt motor as well as a salient pole alternator set. There is motor to alternator set, and also we require one other machine called as a transformer. To operate alternator, so we will run DC shunt motor as a prime mover. Okay, so this is you can observe. So this is the DC shunt motor, and this one is called as a alternator. Okay, so the DC shunt motor having 1500 rpm. So this is the full load current rating is 19 amps, that is voltage rating is 220 volt. Okay, so this is the 5 HP DC shunt motor. Similarly, the alternator specification, so this is a 3 kVA alternator. So maximum ampere full load current is 3.8 ampere. So you can generate full load voltage, that is the AC voltage 415 volts 3 phase. Okay, so these are the specification of alternator. Okay, so there are three terminals. These are the three terminals input to the alternator, and three terminals are output connection of the alternator. Similarly here two terminals for the armature side, similarly two terminals for the field winding. So this is the connection of the alternator as well as shunt motor. So the aim of the experiment is to separate the hysteresis and eddy current loss from the single phase transformer. For that we require one single phase transformer, alternator, and DC shunt motor. DC shunt motor consists of 3-point DC starter, and also we require two rheostats. One is 38 ohm rheostat. This is connected for the armature in series with the armature. Another one is 600 ohm rheostat, that is connected in series with the field winding. So now we can start the connection. Okay, so this is the DC supply. We have 220 volts. One is positive, another one is negative. So positive terminal of the DC supply, that is given to the L terminal of the starter. Okay, so then the armature terminal that can be given to the that is connected to the input side of the rheostat, and output side of the rheostat that is connected to the ammeter reading. From the ammeter we need to connect the armature terminal. One is A terminal, another one is AA terminal of the DC shunt motor. So connect ammeter second terminal connected to the A terminal of the motor, and finally the AA terminal has to be connected back to the supply. So this is about the armature connection. Now we need to connect field terminal connection. So take field terminal connection that is connected to the field armature, that is input. So below terminal is input, this is the variable terminal, that is called the output terminal of the rheostat. Okay, so that output terminal of the rheostat, that is connected to the field terminal, that is called as Z. Another Z terminal is going to be connect. Z terminal is going to be connect back to the supply or motor connection. Either you can connect here or here. All are same points. So this is the field terminal connection, and this is the DC supply voltage that can also be observed. You can connect parallel to the supply. So this is the DC motor connection. Now we need to connect, the DC motor is coupled with the alternator. So we need to connect alternator terminal. So for alternator we have excitation. So that is the DC supply is given to the field coil of the alternator. So for that purpose, so in alternator we have three terminals, that is output terminal, R phase, Y phase, B phase. Another one is called as the neutral point. Okay. So from the three phase alternator we require only a single phase supply. That's why I will connect any one phase, that is one R phase and one neutral, that is connected to the meter of the three phase meter of the output. From the output of the meter, again I will take single phase supply, one R phase and neutral to the transformer. Okay. So for that purpose, so I will connect R phase to the input to the meter. This is the multifunction meter. So in that multifunction meter you can measure voltage, current, power as well as frequency. So that can be measured in this multifunction meter. So we will connect neutral point here. So alternator connections are over. So now we need to connect field winding of the alternator. For that purpose, we will take positive terminal of the field winding, that is given to the F terminal of the field, and FF terminal of the field winding, that goes to the meter, that is the ammeter IF, and black terminal of IF is come back to the DC supply means return. So this is the connection diagram. So for here it is a inbuilt rheostat to vary the excitation. Okay, so that can be used. So now before start the supply, so there are two rheostat. This is the armature rheostat. Always it should be in cut-in position, and field rheostat, it is always in cutout position. Okay. So now I will switch on the supply. So in this experiment, so the DC motor that can be started through the starter itself, that is not connected directly. So this is the knob of the DC starter. There is a 3-point starter. Slowly vary this. So now DC motor is started. So observe the readings, that is the RPM. So 1188 RPM is there. Now you need to build up the voltage level. So then automatically speed is going to be increased. So that can be done through the armature rheostat. Slowly vary the armature rheostat. Decrease the resistance, and speed is goes on increasing. Observe the speed. So speed is 1430 RPM. So further I want to increase the speed up to 1500 RPM. So now it is 1500 RPM. and input voltage is 212 volt is there, and armature current is 1.27 is there. Now I will switch on the supply of DC excitation. So I will put this is the voltage point. Initially residual magnetism, because of that 13.08 volt is there. Okay, so slowly I will vary the rheostat terminal, that is the field rheostat of alternator, and increasing the voltage level to single phase voltage level to 230 volt. This light is on, now field is on, so I will make it to 230 voltage. So observe this, so we have make it to 230 volt. So now field current is 0.75 ampere. So now in this experiment we require for different frequency and speed. So we will vary the speed according to the frequency, and we will observe the wattage, that is the power rate reading of the meter. So initially we will start with 1500 rpm. For 1500 rpm, observe the frequency, so that is 50 hertz. For 1500 rpm, frequency is 50 hertz, and if you observe the wattage, so that is 0.034 kilowatt. Kilowatt means that is 34 watt. Okay, so you observe these readings in observation table. So now I want to decrease the speed. Okay, so initially with 1500 rpm, I will make it into 1425 rpm according to the frequency. So for frequency 50 hertz, we have observed 34 watt, and frequency is 1500 rpm. V by F. So now we will make V by F ratio constant. According to that, I will reduce the voltage level, and speed is going to be reduced. Okay, I will make it to 1425 rpm. The corresponding frequency will be 47.5 hertz. According to your theoretical calculation, for 1425 rpm, the frequency will be 47.5 hertz. So frequency that can be calculated, F is equal to Pn by 120. So for 1425 rpm, so it will be 47.5 hertz. So similarly, observe the power reading. So power reading is equal to 31 watt. Power reading is equal to 31 watt. So now again take 4 readings by varying the speed. So I will make it to 1350 rpm now. Okay, now it is 1350 rpm. From here to this, 1350 rpm. Observe the frequency for 1350 rpm. So 45 hertz. Exactly it is 45 hertz. So also observe the power reading, that is 29 watt. So 29 watt. Okay. So similarly, do for 175 rpm. Again I will reduce the voltage level, and frequency comes down. So 1275. So this is 7, not 1. Okay. 1275. This is not 1. This is 7, 1275 RPM. So corresponding this, the frequency is corresponding frequency. 27 voltage. So 42.5 hertz for 1275 RPM, and also observe the power rating, that is 27 watt. 27 watt, and also you calculate another reading for 1200 RPM. So this armature resistance is, I have cut in fully, and now I will vary the field rheostat. I make it as to 1200 RPM. For 1200 RPM it is exactly 40 Hertz. Okay, the frequency is 40 Hertz and power rating will be 25 watt. So this is the experiment. After completing the experiment, again do come back and reduce the speed of the motor and reduce the field winding of alternator, switch off the alternator connection and remove the circuit. So after this, you have to do the calculations and draw the graph. So in that graph, so from the graph we will find out Wi as well as another one is WH. In that WH is the hysteresis loss, and also eddy current loss, that is called as WE, using the formula. Okay, so this is about the separation of hysteresis and eddy current loss. Thank you.